Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Welcome. I'm Winston Chester, and I'm glad you're here. This is Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. We're proud of it and proud of having a viewing audience like y'all. Today's Wednesday, March the 13th, 1 week away from the first day of spring. So we're excited about that. I got a lot of my friends that I went to school with have birthdays in March. So we're gonna wish all of y'all happy birthday. I don't do happy birthdays on the show if I can help it, but sometimes when I got these old people like that having birthdays that went to school with me, I want to wish all of them a happy birthday. Our high today, our weather brought to us by Handy Technical. High today, 74, low 65. Water temperature staying at 66 degrees. River readings, I don't have river readings this morning. They're falling a little bit. We got rain off and on. This is springtime. This is what a stormy weather we get. Like that bad weather we had recently with the tornadoes and all. Those spring storms come in. They just come in and blowing hard and fast. So just stay on top of them. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good strong tide today. We're low this morning at 1224 and a high after lunch at 223. So it's coming in really strong. It's going to be aided by a south-southeast wind anywhere from 8 to 10. So it's going to be some good tidal flow up in the bays and estuaries. So be aware of that if you're going out doing any kind of fishing. It's going to be a good week to fish in the bay system. Let's take our break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I want to say a special good morning to Mike Woods, who works there at Gulf Power. Ran into him Sunday. Everybody coming back from a big volleyball tournament over in Biloxi, and everybody was tired and all. They were up there. I saw these two little girls in volleyball uniforms, and they started talking. He watches the show. Works there at Gulf Power with Matt Smith and those. And appreciate you watching, Mike. And good luck and good travels with your daughters playing volleyball. You and your wife. That's a good thing to do. Now let's look at some pictures. Check this out. Travis didn't tell us this. I found this, somebody sent it to me. Travis was awarded the Exceptional Performance Office of Travis Basford 219 Officer of the Year. Such recognition is given to our most elite officers for exemplifying excellence in their line of duty. So Travis, he didn't tell me much about it, so I found out myself. So next time he's on, we'll save that, show it to him. Does this not speak 1,000 words? No title to it. One guy's telling how big the fish is, and his old buddy saying it's really just this big, and the dog just licking it up, and they're out there fishing. Got a little Creole basket in the lower left-hand corner. I just love that. That's a good painting. That just hit me good. Okay, this is Pick Davis. We're still fishing in Jackson County. Like he said, took mom and dad to the river last weekend and caught three good. Okay, so I had three good times. Look at this. Is this some good looking fish here? Boom. 3 good messes, and then one more. That's good fishing right there, Pig. Good job. I thought this was funny. The shoes you wear when you go hunting public land. Now check those out. They're put on backwards, okay? So when you're walking in the woods, the footprint is facing away, okay, like you're walking out. So I just thought that was cool. Somebody's thinking that would be funny, okay? That's good, so nobody follow you. Here you go, Braylon Harris. Braylon's been doing a lot of spring bass fishing and having good luck catching fish all over the place. He hits these little ponds that nobody thinks there's a bass in, and all of a sudden, Braylon comes up with a nice bass. A good friend, Tess Randall Jolly, I have had her pictures on so many times, and the reason I do, because she just lives outdoors and takes pictures. And this is, eating crow has its hazards. This red-tailed hawk had the crow pinned with 1 foot, but the doomed crow fought for nearly 20 minutes, never releasing its grip on the hawk's leg. After much flopping and struggling, the hawk ate the crow, likely with a sore right leg. Mother Nature never ceases to amaze me, and that you can talk about violence and all kind of stuff like that, but this is nature. This is how nature does. It has the pecking order, and what a great picture that Tess Randall Jolly took up there in North Alabama. Okay, I don't know if I can show this, but we'll move on to that because it mentions some names. But here's a good fishing trip here. Okay, nice fishing trip here. Thomas Halls, and this was just over the weekend. Thomas, one of my former students, caught some nice redfish and caught and released them, and they got some here back at the land and all. Eagle Side, that's a good trip right there. Good job, Thomas. Back in my day, this was our iPad. Okay, some of y'all can relate to that. Okay, that takes care of our pictures. Let's take our break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to set up a video. This past Friday, Andy Cobb had called me and actually texted me. Now, we don't call that much. We sort of text. Everybody sort of texts now. But when I say call, I'm saying he contacted me, okay? Said, Coach, all those trees are blown down up there in Youngstown at the tower and all, and where 20 and 231 meet. Y'all, it's got everything just wiped out there like everywhere else. And he said, we're going to replant those trees, but the staff has decided to, let's get some elementary kids to help plant them, because it's not a huge area, and they're going to do it, and he got a hold of a teacher there at Waller Elementary, and Miss Sarah Jennings, and we got to meet her, and she brought her kindergarten class out, and we met them up there and shot some video, and this is classic to me, because here it is, so many things positive about this. Here's Andy, one of our former students who just loves his work in the forestry service, and here he is, he and the staff, and they're trying to get the young people out here to so we rebuilding, replanting. So here are all these kindergartens replanting, and you know how kindergarten kids are. They're fascinating, and the energy and everything busting out. Also, I want to compliment Miss Sarah Jennings and her school, and they're coming out. I want to thank. I got Andy Cobb here, and also Steve Oswald. Steve's Andy's boss, so I said, you got your hands full. And Steve's from over there around Bristol, not too far from my nephew, but Steve and the staff, and they just do a good job. But watch this, and they plant them at random. They don't plant them in rows. They plant them at random and all, because that's the way the old forests were. And these kids are going to get to see them grow as they grow. And they'll one day say, hey, I helped plant those trees. So this is just a win-win for everybody. So Jeff, let's roll this video. Folks up here in Youngstown, Florida, at the Florida Wildland Firefighter Florida Forest Service. And look at this young man here, a frequent guest on Panhandle Outdoors, Andy Cobb.
Good morning, Coach. It's a beautiful day, man. Nice and cool. It's not too hot. The turkeys are gobbling and the birds are singing. And I had a pork chop biscuit for breakfast. I mean, it just doesn't get much better than that.
It don't get better than that.
As good as it gets.
And you're doing something really good. You and your staff and your boss and all, y'all had some kids coming out this morning. Tell us what's going on.
Yes, sir. Like everybody else, we had a lot of storm damage and stuff and trees down. And the stand of timber that had been out in front, kind of a landmark here in front of our office, we had some big, tall pine trees. Those pine trees, I counted the rings on them, and they were about 40 years old. So those pines have been there for 40 years old, but now they're gone. So what I hope to do is have some school children from Waller Elementary come in today, and we're going to replant some longleaf pines, which are pines that are natural to Florida. 100 years ago, that's what the predominant species of pine trees were the longleaf pine. So we're going to replant some of those, and then hopefully in a few years those kids, they're going to remember the hurricane, but I also want them to remember the rebuilding process and really add some meaning to the word 850 strong. So these kids, when they come back and come home from college in a few years, they'll look out here and see these trees like, we planted those, or telling their kids, we planted those when I was about your age. So I think it's something that's going to be good for the kids, and just something that's positive that came out of all this.
Well, what a wonderful idea! What a great thing! You're absolutely right. They're going to have wonderful memories of this. So what we're going to do now? You're going to take me out there. You're going to show me what they're going to be doing. They're going to be coming a little bit later. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You see where we are up at 231 and Highway 20. Now, Andy, introduce this young man.
Coach, this is my forest area supervisor, Steve Oswald, out of Calhoun Forestry Center.
Okay.
How y'all doing today?
Steve, glad to have you. And you sort of know, you go to church with my nephew over here in Bristol.
Yes, sir, I do.
And don't live too far from him.
Yeah, I live probably half a mile from Matthew.
And I was asking you what you do, and Andy, you said he's in wildlife because he's got 3 kids and what?
Yeah, I got 3 kids, so I deal with wildlife every day.
Okay, tell us what we're going to be doing today.
Well, today we're going to take the kids and we have some tubelet longleaf. We got a dibbler. We're basically going to, create a hole in the ground, just like this. And then the kids are just going to put the tube in there where it fits the tube perfectly like this. And they can just stomp it and you got a tree planted.
Wow, it's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. We're just going to have, the kids have experience of planting some trees like Andy said earlier, so when they drive by, says, I help do that. It's kind of over the years something they can look at because it's right here on 230 and 20. It's kind of noticeable for the public.
Show us one of those trees again. I remember when I was younger, I helped do some of this, but they kept telling us not to J-hook it, but these are a little different. They're different, aren't they?
You have 2 types of seedlings you can buy. One is bare root and one is what we call tubelings or seedling. The tubelings has a little pocket of dirt. They grow in there. And the bare root would just be pure, just the roots of the tree.
Yeah, that's the one that told us.
That's the ones you got to worry about J-rooting.
J-rooting.
This one takes all that out of the picture. You just create a hole, to fit the tube in and pack the dirt around it, like you would a potted tree that you buy from the nursery.
Boy, that is simple. Do one more for us, if you would. How far apart are you going to do them?
Well, you see out here, we're going to do a little more than what we do in a forest atmosphere. We're going to do a little more wider spacing because we're going to kind of have a yard out here.
Okay.
So we're just kind of randomly putting it out here.
Okay.
Give it a more natural feel. And I'll tell you something, Coach, this is kind of interesting about these trees. This is what's called the grass stage.
Okay.
After you plant it, it looks like a little tuft of grass. And that tree will stay in that until it gets caught on fire and burns, and that helps it come out of the grass stage.
Is that right?
Because the longleaf pine is a very fire-dependent, very fire-dependent tree.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna come here some more later on and learn more about this and pass this on because this is really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
But
it's
today,
different than your other pine tree around here, the slash pine and your loblaw and your sand pine. It's a little different than those as far as, like you said, the grass stage.
That's so interesting. Yep. But today we're going to concentrate and get these young people out here. Thank y'all for inviting these young people out here. That's just awesome.
Man, I think it's going to be
Saves
great.
us more work. Well, they can do all that.
You're training. All right. Well,
I'll tell you something else, Coach.
All
Just a minute. I want you to pan over to that man right there.
Oh, who we got over here?
That is my senior ranger. That is as good a guy as there's ever going to be.
Well, tell him to come over here.
I'm going to miss him. He's on his way out. He was about to retire. So he's gonna plant some of these trees with these kids, kind of his last thing to do.
Oh, cool!
With the Florida Forest Service.
Mr. Varnum,
how you doing today?
How you doing? So you getting ready to retire?
Yes, sir.
How long you been with them?
Since '95.
Awesome.
But I've been with the state since '88.
Wow.
Yeah, just like a little bit longer, just like 40 days or something like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you for all the work you did with Florida Forest Service.
I appreciate it.
Are you excited about today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think it's gonna be good. It's got, like he said, kids can come by and say they have planted trees here and everything. I've seen since I've been working with forestry or since growing up, see trees planted, cut, and then cleared up and then planted back again, and that's kind of lets you know how you get old you're getting too.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Thank y'all very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Here to come, the Waller Elementary. All right. What grade are they in?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Don't be shy. This is funny. Get them off the bus. I love it. They got the shirts on.
Great. My name's Andy. going to help you guys plant some trees this morning. Anybody know anything about planting trees?
I have.
Yeah?
I have.
Well, we are fixing to show you guys how to do it, and then we're going to let you plant some on your own. Y'all want to do that?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, if y'all would just follow me around here to the other side, we're going to show you how we're going to do this.
You'll have fun.
It's fun.
Yeah, that's not
Hey, how y'all doing today? High five.
All right. This is what we call a longleaf pine. Now this little bitty, tiny piece of grass is eventually going to grow up into a really tall pine tree.
You can get like that one, really.
Yep, it'll get like that pine tree there. So what we're going to do, you hold that for me? Thank you. What's your name? Patrick. Okay, Patrick. We're going to take this, this is called a dibble. What you do with this dibble, we put it on the ground. I take my big foot and I stomp on it. And what it does is it makes a hole in the ground. Right. So Patrick, tell you what, come here and help me, bud. Let's put that tree right in that hole there. Oh, that is perfect. Perfect. Easy job. You come to work for us now. You just kind of mush the dirt around it, and there you have a perfectly planted little pine tree.
Thank you.
This is I'll fight fire all day long. I'm scared of kids.
Is this your class?
Yes.
Now, what is your name?
Mrs. Jennings.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
This is. I'm just tickled y'all are doing this morning.
But they have been very excited to be here and help replenish the pine forestry industry.
And they're kindergarten.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Hey, can everybody see the little flags out there?
Miss Jennings, how many do you have?
We have 18
We're going to
today.
plant 3 by each flag, okay?
All right.
So if y'all want to, we'll just go around and we're going to put holes by the flags and we can plant each tree that y'all got. And if we need to come back and get more out of the box, we will, okay? Y'all want to do it like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody got a tree?
So everybody find a flag. Is that it?
I got a tree.
Tell you what, Steve, you want to take 5 of you, and I'll take 5 of me. And y'all want
What's your name?
another guy coming.
My name's Chael.
Are you having fun?
Tell
Yeah.
you come here. Come with me. And then you. And then
I don't
come on
want
over
to
here
use
to
this
this group. And give me one more. One more.
All right, so we got them scattered out here, and they're all working in different directions, and they're going. Okay, you see what they're doing? They're planting the yellow flags. Okay. All right, welcome back. Now, was that cool or not? I want to thank Andy and Steve and the staff there, and Miss Jennings, and especially all those little kindergarten kids, and thank you parents and all for getting excited. And I know she took a lot of pictures. I got some pictures to show, and I don't know if I can get them up or not. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's do our fishing game times. We're talking about some really good times today because we're talking about 5:57 this morning, okay? 5:57 this morning, and then we're also looking at, for 2 hours then tonight, 6:24 to 8:24. But the time changing and all is sort of, for the outdoor plans, it's sort of interesting to see what's going on. So anyway, she did take some pictures and all. I do want to mention, and I may show those later. She took some great pictures, but you can see the energy, enthusiasm, and you can see those trees. And when I use the term in the video, J-root, and I always got a kick out of that because it used to be like a bare root, and it sort of dangled like that. And when you planted it, if you're not careful, that would turn up. And if that taproot pointed up, it was not going to grow. And I remember Bill Ellisor, a forester with St. Joe Paper and all, he'd given me trees before and all, and we always talk about, don't J-root them, because that's what I was talking about. But these were sort of, where you saw how they were set up. You just put the dibble in and drop them in. Real easy planting. So, and if you, I want to recommend that to you. Do something. You can get some trees. People are actually almost giving away trees now. And get with a kid and plant them. Say, hey, now you come back in 5 years, come back in 10 years, check that tree out, especially in special areas and all. So just be aware of that. All right, a lot of things going on. Turkey season coming up, boat shows coming up, all kind of stuff coming up this weekend. So if you get a chance, make sure that you do something with some young people, do something with some friends and all, and enjoy that. Now on the boat show, it's going to be every morning at 10 o'clock, 10 to 6. Then 10 to 7 on Friday, 10 to 6 on Saturday, and 10 to 5 on Sunday, okay? Now tomorrow morning, we won't be here because like I said before, we'll actually be with the FWC wildlife biologist, marine biologist, not wildlife biologist, marine biologist. We're gonna go in St. Joe Bay. We're gonna go to different areas and look around, and we're just gonna get an overall view. We're actually not, people asking, we're gonna count them. We're actually not gonna count them to my knowledge. We're not gonna do the triangle like we talk about. Not yet, but they're going to sort of set up and we just want to let y'all know what's going on now, what the red tide has done, what Hurricane Michael has done, and like I said, we're hearing all kinds of reports. So that's coming up. So we got turkey hunting this weekend. We got marine biology work tomorrow. We got a boat show coming on. There's all kinds of stuff. Now the third fog. We've officially had the third fog. The Spanish mackerel this weekend, they're going to start jumping. I don't know if they're going to jump high enough to get in the boat, but there's going to be some Spanish mackerel caught this weekend. Sheephead bite has really been good this week. I've got some really good reports on the sheephead bite. Some folks actually limited out this week on sheephead. So we'll talk more about this on a Friday morning show when we do our fishing forecast about the sheephead and Spanish mackerel. But go ahead and start making plans. The problem is you're going to be like me. You're going to have so much to do. You're going to have to sort of prioritize it. And ideally, you can turkey hunt early, you can go fishing, or you can go to the boat show. You can do it all this weekend. And plus, freshwater fishing is going to be good. So all kinds of stuff going on. And you can plant a tree. Good time to plant a tree. All right, got to wrap it up. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. And congratulate those folks up there at Waller Elementary. Y'all do something good today for your fellow man. You have a wonderful day in the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.